is the Glass Cannon Network.
What's up, Glass Cannon Naish? Welcome to the Game Garage. We're actually in my garage. Who am I? I'm Jared Logan. I'm the game master of this show where we play tabletop role-playing games. Oh boy, having trouble getting started tonight. Today we are playing an incredible game from Renegade Game Studios called Hunter the Reckoning. We are hunting the supernatural through the mean alleyways of Missouri. We've had a great game so far. You've reached us on our final episode of Hunter the Reckoning. So thanks for coming all this way with us. We're going to go out with a bang tonight. But first, let me introduce our cast. They are the co-hosts and stars of the Mega podcast about a fictional mega church. Incredible improvisers. Please welcome Greg Hess and Holly Laurent.
Woo-hoo-hoo. What's up?
Hello.
What up, you guys?
Oh, so excited to hunt or be hunted.
Yes. A little of both.
I'm excited to talk some more shit about Ohio. We're real Missouri in the house here. I think we've been taking shots at Ohio in this game for seemingly no reason.
At least one, yeah.
Yeah. You know what? If you live in Ohio, fuck Ohio.
Sorry.
Oh no.
This show isn't for you.
That's how 17 people turned off their computers.
All 49 other states, you're cool. But Ohio, nah.
Not this game, babes.
Let me introduce our other player. She is in so many games with me, and we have so much fun, and she is such a gifted actress and improviser. Please welcome Josephine McAdam.
Hi.
So, normally I hold up the book. I've been talking about this, but this game is so new. We're kind of doing a preview of this game. Renegade Game Studios has been generous enough to let us do this preview of Hunter the Reckoning. And so they're even being more generous than that. They are going to give away free copies of the book. Oh. We have 5 hard copies of the book and 5 PDFs to give away. We are going to put a link up in the chat. Brennan will be there administering that link. Click that link, go in, fill out a form. 5 people will win a copy of Hunter the Reckoning, a hard copy. 5 more people will win a PDF. And you should know that that's only within the continental U.S. Sorry, people out in Europe and in Iceland and other places like that. Within the continental U.S. So go ahead, click the link, fill out the form, and we should be able to announce some of the winners by the end of today's episode. Also, the people at Renegade Games wanted me to let you know that if you purchase a copy of Hunter the Reckoning at their website, and we will put the website into the chat right now, the link for the website. If you purchase a copy, you get an automatic free PDF along with the purchase of your hard copy. So go to the link, buy the book, get the PDF, and play this game, because we've been having a lot of fun playing this game, haven't we, you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jared, I want to throw in that one person from Ohio gets a signed copy of my PDF that looks like a total nightmare. So you actually it's a penalty.
Don't promise people your personal character sheet. That's a collector's item. They're gonna go, wait, this finally makes up all the shit they talked about Ohio. Yes, I'll take Greg's PDF copy of his character sheet.
Greg's nightmare of a PDF. Okay, well, never mind. I take it back. Sorry, Ohio.
I can remember playing in campaigns with people and they had printed out character sheets. Nowadays, people use a digital character sheet a lot of the time, like our friend Josephine here.
Fancy.
Yes. But back in the day, we used to all have to print out. We used to go copy them at Kinko's. And I can remember character sheets that just after like a year of play looked like a piece of wadded garbage with like chocolate stains. And soaked in beer, because I used to let people drink while we played back in the day. I don't now I'm a little bit against that. Or this was in college, and people would like get really drunk while playing Call of Cthulhu, and it got uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Or they'd fall asleep because we'd be playing at 3 a.m. for some reason.
I've been drunk this whole time, so sorry. And mine is absolutely soaked in Jim Beam.
Yeah, you have been just taking shots of whiskey every half hour. That's
what's in the cup.
Yeah. Here
We
we
just
are.
went to a soccer game in Europe where we were like, oh, we'll go into the stadium, have some drinks, have some food or whatever. We got in there, realized there are no drinks in European soccer games. Nobody gets one single drop.
That would be a little bit of a bar to enjoyment. I mean, I feel like British soccer games, everyone's drunk, right?
I think, this in Portugal, you just couldn't, because I think they were like, no, that's probably not a good idea because we're all going to kind of riot anyway.
Yeah, they were like, too many people died in 1996. There's no longer alcohol allowed in the stadium.
Oh, yeah. There was no booze and still 2 fights where I did fully picture being trampled to death and got terrified. Yeah,
really?
It was so scary because like if the fight went wrong and like sort of imploded and like moved out through the people, we had nowhere to go. Like you get put into your section and there's no way out. I was like, is this how we go, babe? Is this how it ends?
It's sort of like in Hunter when a fight goes wrong. Does it extend past your character
Thanks for bringing it back, Greg.
Yeah, I don't want anyone to see my health and willpower boxes are just ticked and ragged and
they're messy. Well, you still have some superficial damage, don't you?
Yeah, what am I looking like, Jared?
I think that you still have you had like 4 boxes of damage before, and some of it was aggravated, but I think it's all superficial now.
Yeah, and Zeke is about to make me a very special vampire erotic smoothie.
Oh, okay.
Because I've been bitten.
Okay. I was like, where's it going?
I've been bitten, so now everything for Winnie is very erotic.
Well, you were bitten by a creepy old lady. I mean,
no, Jared, I'm afraid she was a glittering angel. You weren't there.
Yeah, well, when the bite takes effect, when there's an ecstasy with the bite, that's what makes it so sexy.
Yeah, baby.
All right, well, it sounds like we've segued all the way back into the game. So shall we play?
Yeah.
Hunter the Reckoning. Our crew of hunters all belong to the same church in Green Gardens, Missouri. They belong to Crystal Point Community Church. We have Zeke Oakley. He is an influencer and a Christian teen. We have Winnie Black. She is a young lady who's questioning the church and who recently made a supernatural connection with a dog named Gnarly. She is a beast whisperer. And we have Kip Van Poplin, otherwise known as Mr. Van Poplin or Van Pops. And he is an usher for the church and also formerly a prison inmate. So they investigated a strange cult in Green Gardens, New Jersey that was drawing parishioners away from their church. By doing so, they discovered a vampire who was preying on people in the community who maybe were not upright and godly, sinful people like the troubled Tyler from the high school and the town drunk. There was an altercation, and that's really reducing what actually happened. There was a slight altercation at the farmhouse of the preacher Amos White. The entire thing burned to the ground, and our characters fled. After they had a little time to regroup, Winnie was confronted by some government agents who were looking for her parents, who she believes are part of an org. Kip, he continued to get visions from, this time from the TV. The film Jackass started to speak to him in the voice of Jesus Christ and tell him to help his fellow hunters. And Zeke Oakley was actually apprehended by people he thought were government agents, but when they brought him to an old warehouse, they chained him to a chair, and he was confronted by a being that he believes is probably another vampire, a beautiful woman with raven hair and long, glistening fangs. So at the end of our last session, Kip and Winnie said that they were going to go to the safe house. The safe house is some sort of sub basement of Crystal Point Community Church. I imagine that it's like Crystal Point it's not a mega church, but it's such a big complex, like they really spent a lot of money on this thing. So there's not just a basement, there's a sub basement. You tell me about it.
Well, these churches, they have a lot of, there's rooms called like B annex room and C annex room and, really creative Christian corporate idea, like I'm going to B annex room apostle in the apostle hall. Yeah.
So you guys are in the Apostle Hall, which is a little bit hidden. It's a little bit unknown, which makes it safe. It makes it your safe house. So let me know what you talk about and what you're going to do. Winnie and Kip, you arrive and there is no Zeke there.
Oh.
Hey, V-Pop.
Where's Zeke? Where's Zeke?
I'm gonna call Zeke on my telephone. Have you heard of one of these?
If there's one thing Zeke is never without, it's that dang phone. Give him a ring.
Hey man, it's his connection to God. Hold on. Beep boop beep boop beep boop.
The call, you get voicemail, and let's hear Zeke's voicemail.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Zeke, except it's not me. I'm probably off, serving the most righteous Lord around, one and only, my true homie. But in the meantime, leave me a message, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can, my dudes.
And Zeke and I had already worked out a safe word, which he'll know what this means. I just start saying raspberry, 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 raspberry.
So that is the message that you record, is just you shouting raspberry into the phone.
Yeah, it was our code word. He'll know what it means.
Yeah.
So Zeke's not around and not answering the phone. And you had gotten a very troubling message from God, Kip, telling you that both of your friends are in trouble, although one is standing before you right now.
Yeah, I can't explain how I know this, but I'm telling you, we've got to get Zeke. We've got to make sure everybody is taken care of and accounted for. Things are bad. Things are really, really bad.
And number one, I gotta get my dog. I have to find Gnarly.
Well, what the heck happened to the dog?
Man, what if Gnarly is in custody? The last time I saw my dog, it was with these it was with, I think, Org. I think it was Org people.
Sure. Your character might not use the org terminology because she's a little new to this world, but absolutely yes, you'd say exactly what you're saying. It was some sort of agents of the government or something.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Like, what was the guy's title who would always be like Mr. Anderson?
Hugo Weaving in the Matrix.
Yeah. Those Matrix people have Gnarly.
Matrix people? What the heck?
You remember?
Never seen them. No, I've never seen that movie. It seems weird.
V-Pop, you've never seen The Matrix? Hold on, stop the game. We have to get this guy.
Stop the game.
So then Kip Van Poppelen and Winnie watch The Matrix for 2 hours. And when they're finished...
Well, that was pretty good.
It's got some interesting ideas, right?
Okay, we got to get to the bottom of this. Not the Matrix. We just got to figure out where the heck Zeke went. I'm trying to. How about? Can I call someone, or can I call my contact in the department?
Yeah, the cop, Lyle Hughes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna call Lyle Hughes and see if he has and put out a and I'll call for a missing person for Zeke.
Oh, okay. Well, Lyle's like, well, has he been missing for 48 hours?
No, he, as far as I can tell, just an hour or a few hours.
Look, I already did you a big favor. I can't suddenly put officers on this. I don't have the authority.
All right.
Could you roll to convince him? Do you want to try to roll to convince him, or do you want to say, okay, I don't want to risk pissing off my contact?
Yeah, I'm not going to risk pissing him off. Thanks, Lyle.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I feel like we gotta. I feel like we gotta jump in Kip's Toyota Tercel, and what was Zeke's last known location to us? It was
School, probably.
he went to school.
Yeah.
And
Winnie would know that, possibly.
Yeah, and Vanessa and Tyler's still at my house.
Yeah, he's still recovering, yeah.
Is Vanessa still at my house?
Tyler's parents are sort of not very dependable, so they haven't come looking for him.
Right.
Tyler stays at a lot of different places.
Yeah.
Vanessa has... we didn't really deal with Vanessa, but I think that Vanessa actually has returned to school and is acting like none of it ever happened. So you have seen Vanessa on the street acting normally so far. In fact, all of the people that were going to the services, you're not quite sure how they've reacted to the sudden disappearance of this cult that was making them see angelic visions.
Yeah.
Oh, Holly, you're muted. No, still muted.
Can I do Find My Friends on my phone?
Can you do Find My iPhone? Or Find Your Friends? Yeah, I mean, let's see if you can. Why don't you give me a intelligence plus technology roll?
Ooh.
Let's see if you've set this up with Zeke.
I mean, we have a safe word. You don't go to safe word before setting up Find My Friends.
Yeah, and... 10. I have 110.
110? Okay. That's enough for you to get a signal from across town. You see it for a second, and then it's like it shuts off.
V-Pop, I know where she is. They are. He is.
Where?
I feel like Zeke has a feminine quality I'm sort of into. V-Pop. I know where he is.
Where?
Can we use your car?
Oh yeah, I've got the Tercel's always gassed up.
Yeah.
Where?
I know exactly where it's like the factory district downtown.
Oh, jeez. What in the heck would he be doing down there?
Downtown, of course, we're talking about a small town America in the Midwest. So downtown is, of course, now the outskirts of town because everybody now lives out in these beautiful suburbs where there's Cold Stone creameries and H&M's and things like that. The downtown is really kind of abandoned and desperate and quiet usually most of the time. So yes, you are in fact correct, Winnie, that this is downtown that you're headed to. While you guys hop into the Tercel, I assume you're hopping in the Tercel to go down there?
Yeah, let's go down there.
Big moves. Are you taking that very high-powered gun that you purchased recently?
Yeah, that thing's in the trunk. That thing's in the hatchback.
Okay, great. So Winnie and Kip jump into the Tercel and head to downtown. Meanwhile, it's become full dark, and in a warehouse downtown, Zeke, you are tied to a chair, and this woman is absolutely stunning. The way her hair kind of flips down one side of her face, it's just perfect. Everything about her is perfect. She looks like a mix between Catherine Zeta-Jones and what's the actress from Jennifer's Body? The really beautiful one.
What's Jennifer's
you know what I'm
Body?
talking about. You've never heard of Jennifer's Body?
Megan,
I've never heard that.
No.
Frankly,
No.
it sounds made up.
am I?
Wait, now I have to look it up or I'm going to feel like a total lunatic.
Jennifer's
Is it
Body.
Jennifer?
Megan Fox.
Megan
Okay,
Fox.
that's what I was
looks like
starting
a
to say, but
cross
then I doubted myself.
Don't doubt yourself. I just
stopped.
didn't have a last name. I knew it was a Megan. Okay, so this woman is that beautiful.
I'm not totally
And,
up to date on the Megan Fox canon, film canon. Sorry.
Ain't nothing wrong with a Megan Fox.
She asks you, I want you to tell me everything about Amos White and the woman that he lived with. What did you find in the house?
Am I dreaming right now?
Yes, darling, you're dreaming.
Cool. It's a very different dream for me right now. Amos. Yeah, dude was was a false prophet. What can I say? We followed him, exposed him. Can't have that happen at. Wait a second. Why am I tied up?
You're being questioned, and we can't take the risk that you'll go running off. You're right. You know what? This is silly. We have guns. We don't need to tie you up.
Right.
And then one of the guys is like, "Are you sure, ma'am?" And she's like, "Yes, this is my friend Ezekiel, right? Ezekiel?
Yeah, you can call me Zeke, ma'am.
Yeah, we don't need to tie him up like this. Look, we're just having a little chat, okay?
Okay.
No one has to get hurt if you tell me what I want to know."
No, yeah. Wait, why would anyone hurt?
She takes she's handed a little knife by one of the men. She comes around behind you and she pops the zip tie.
Thank you.
Her hand touches your wrist for a moment when she does that.
Oh my.
And she feels very strong.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And she's like, "Now, where were we? Oh yes. Tell me everything about what you saw in the house."
Yeah, it was like pretty dark, to be honest. Didn't see a lot of the interior decor or anything, but it looked pretty simple.
Ezekiel, what happened?
Oh, so a lot of the freaky stuff happened while we were actually outside. I don't know, that old lady that Amos with, I don't know if she's really a lady. And you said that Zeke had noticed that she has fangs, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The fangs came out for a minute.
Actually, I don't know what she was, but it's kind of cool, actually.
Okay. What do you think Zeke is trying to do? Is he trying to lie to the woman?
I think he's trying to course correct with an intelligence of 1, trying to course correct how horrible everything you saw was, because he thinks, obviously she's a vampire too. He doesn't want to insult her. He was about to just trash this entire thing, and he's like, oh shit, she's one of them. I think he's trying to just make it seem like he does not totally hate what an abomination she may be.
Okay. Then I think that he is using manipulation plus subterfuge.
Boy. Okay. So if you have 0
I
on something,
know
that
what
does a -1 to your pool, right?
Yeah, unless it's a mental skill, and then I think it's like -2.
No.
I
okay.
might be pulling a rule from an earlier version of the World of Darkness, and if I am, chat, please forgive me. Viewers and listeners, please forgive me. But that's how I'm going to rule, because I think it makes sense that if you have no medicine dots, it would be very hard to do medicine.
I
Go
got
ahead.
a 6.
A 6. You got 1 6.
Yep. That's
Not
1 die,
nearly
1
enough.
6.
She goes, "You are holding out on me. You're lying to me. I can make you tell me what I want. Is that what I need to do, Zeke?"
No, ma'am. I just didn't want to be rude, ma'am. I don't know what you are.
I and the only friend you have right now. I have the power of life and death over you. I can make you disappear, and no one will come and look for you. So right now, you should be very interested in telling me what I want to know. Do you know where Amos White and his mother have gone?
They were in the house when we left.
When it went up in flames?
Yeah.
All right, now you're just telling the truth, right?
Right, yeah, as far as I remember.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I get that
Yes.
you're telling the truth. He's useless. She's talking to the other men. All right, I guess we'll just wipe his memory and then we'll
Whoa,
move on
wait,
with
but
our lives.
what was it? Who was that lady?
It's really none of your business and nothing to concern you. She moves forward and she goes, I want you to look deep into my eyes.
Closes his eyes.
Okay, meanwhile...
And starts praying.
You are headed to the location where for a second you got a signal from Zeke's phone. And as you are doing so, I'd like for you, Winnie, to make a wits plus awareness roll.
Oh, yeah. I've got 4 wits. I've got 3. Yeah. 7, 8, 9, 7, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 successes.
Okay, so that's amazing. So while you're stopped at a traffic light, because I assume that even though Kip's in a hurry, he is obeying the traffic regulations.
Always.
Yep. While you are stopped at a traffic light, you hear really faintly behind you, and it sounds like it's coming from another car.
Gnarly! Gnarly! Gnarly!
And looking behind you, like there's another car that has nothing to do with this, but then there's a car behind that. You know that the bark is coming from a car like 2 cars back.
Yeah, I jump out of the car. I just take off my seatbelt, open the door, jump out of the car, run back, break the window open, and Gnarly jumps into my arms.
Wow. I'm afraid not all of that happens. Do you really want to run back there?
Yeah, can I borrow some improvised gear like a crowbar?
You have no health right now. You can't. You're gonna get.
My health isn't
destroyed.
Uh,
that bad. I rested and saw my mentor.
Do
Your
you
health's
want
not
to
good.
run back to that car? And if you start to run back to that car, I'm going to allow Kip Van Poppelen an opportunity to stop you. Only because, as I think it's clear that's a really rash decision. Winnie, you can make it. I'm not going to stop you from making it. But
But it stands to reason that they're following us. So Gnarly is coming to me eventually, right?
I mean, hopefully.
Can I psychically send some messages to Gnarly?
Maybe you can. Your
I think
connection
I
to him
can.
does seem I'm sorry, Gnarly is a her.
Yeah.
Your connection to her does seem supernatural.
Yes, it is.
Okay. What are you psychically sending to Gnarly?
My presence and the message of like that we are both in terrible danger. The people that you're with are the bad guys from the Matrix.
Okay, great. I think that Gnarly
seen
is
The
aware.
Matrix.
Gnarly is barking because Gnarly is in proximity to you. And so are you going to let these people follow you? Are you going to try to lose them, Kip? Are you going to confront them? You can still, Winnie could still get out of the car and go confront them, or what are you going to do?
I got
V-Pop.
the child locks on. You're not getting out of this car.
V-Pop, okay, fine, but we're being followed. That's Gnarly. The people who were trying to question me, who I escaped from, have my dog, and my dog is 2 cars behind us. We're being followed. Do we lose them and I lose my beast? Or do you want to let me get behind the wheel?
Do you even have your driver's license yet?
I'm baby driver, baby.
Winnie has her license.
Yeah, I can drive.
Absolutely not. Nobody touches the Tercel. This thing is doesn't have a scratch on it. No. We are not getting out of this car to go get some dog that you just picked up in the weird woods. No, we gotta keep our priorities straight. We get Zeke, and then we deal with the dog. I don't know if they're following us or not, but I guess we'll find out when we get there.
Great. Okay, so you're just gonna drive to the location.
Yeah, I'm driving to the location.
Okay, great. You're about to pull up, but I'm gonna cut back into the inside of the warehouse, where the woman is like, "Don't make me force your eyes open, Ezekiel. Open your eyes."
Can I ask for something?
What?
Peeks an eye open. Remembers, like, watching Winnie as she was getting bit, like, and what that looked like and what that struggle was like, and also, like, how enjoyable it kind of looked. And it's like, can I feel what it's like to get bit?
What?
You hear one of the men go, "Ma'am," and she smiles really wide, and she says, "Well, I could go for a little nibble." Yes, darling. You can feel what it's like to get bit.
Eek.
Nice, dude.
Shh. And you see her lick her fangs. And she starts to close in with you. And she opens her mouth wide. And the fangs come down on Zeke's neck.
What?
The tercel pulls up outside of the warehouse.
Get down, duck your head. Duck your head down.
I'm down.
Winnie, just duck your head down.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get out of the car, and I'm just gonna be like, you wait, Winnie, you wait here, okay? I'm not taking the gun.
V-Pop, take the gun.
I'm not taking the gun. And I'm going in. I'm just going in to see what's up.
Meanwhile, I reach over and put my fingers around the gun.
It is in
wow.
the hatchback, so you can.
It's in the hatchback.
It's a rifle, right? Like,
It's a rifle. Could Winnie conceivably get into the trunk? Is that a no?
She can.
She could.
Well, this
Well, if
is
it's
one
a
of these.
Oh, it's a hatchback.
I'm climbing over the seats. I'm 95
Yeah.
pounds.
Okay. So,
Okay,
Kip
I just
tells you to
wanna
stay
remind-
put.
Yeah.
I'm really, really optimistic of Kip, thinking that Winnie will stay put. This character
I
has
know.
shown that she runs into danger. But yes,
I know.
Kip says stay put. Kip, are
Okay.
you sneaking into the? Are you sneaking into the warehouse? Are you trying to be
I'm not.
stealthy?
I'm not
You're
stealthy.
coming in just-
I'm walking in at just so the viewers and listeners know, this is a 1984 Toyota Tercel hatchback. So it's a 2-door, 2-seater, and you can reach into the. It looks like a little turtle, so you could reach into the back for the gun if needed. But
Okay.
Thanks, man.
just want to paint that out. So no, I'm not going stealthy. I'm walking in as if I know, as if I work there or something. You know what I mean? Like I'm,
Right,
I'm
sure.
acting like everything is above board.
Okay.
And
You walk in, and 50 yards from you, because it's a big, old building, there are 2 men standing and a woman hunched over someone in a chair. And the fangs go in. You feel incredible joy and bliss, Ezekiel, and you take 2 aggravated damage.
Hey, howdy, hello there. Hey, excuse me.
They turn
Howdy.
and pull their guns, and the woman goes and raises her head off of Ezekiel. Blood dripping from her fangs. She doesn't look like a mix between Megan Fox and Catherine Zeta-Jones anymore. She looks like a demon from hell to you, Kip Van Poppelen. A demon! Okay, so they all turn. They're pulling their guns, and the vampire looks very pissed. Kip Van Poppelen, what are you doing this round? Just tell me what you're going to do.
Okay, I am. I'm slowly gonna back away, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna try to duck around the corner back to the Tercel. I'm saying just facilities management, and I'm saying I'll be on my way to make them think that I'm running away.
Okay, great. Winnie, what are you going to do this round? Are you staying in the car? Are you grabbing the gun? Are you running somewhere?
I'm already out of the car. I am cocked and locked and loaded. I have both hands on this gun and I know how to use it.
Okay, great. And Zeke, what are you going to do this round?
I'm gonna dive to trip her.
Okay, here we go.
Untied me, right? Yeah, I'm free. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, here we go. So I want a Dex plus Athletics from Kip to get out of the, to get back around the corner really quickly because they are pulling guns on you.
Okay, Dex plus Athletics. Are you sure there's no composure there, Jared? Or
you know what? That's better. Give me a Composure plus Athletics. I love that combo. It's a rarely seen combo.
You?
And I want a
little pressure of the game master here.
Yeah, and I want a Strength plus Brawl from Zeke.
And we're at Desperation 3, correct?
I thought you were just at 2. You're at 3.
No, you gave us. There's one more at the end of last session. We're at 3.
Okay, yes, we're at Desperation 3.
Jeez.
So you, as a faithful Creed hunter, can use those 3 Desperation dice if you want. But keep in mind, if one comes up a 1, the danger goes up.
Oh yeah. Okay. No, because last episode, I'm sure nothing will go badly.
Yeah. All right, Kip, how did it go for you?
3 successes, Jared.
Okay, yeah, you get back around the corner shouting facilities management before they have their guns fully drawn on you. And just as you kind of disappear around the corner, you hear a gun go off. And how did you do, my friend Zeke?
7 successes.
Holy shit. The vampire woman falls to the floor. You have her tackled, and it will take a whole turn for her to get back up and get her composure. Yeah. Winnie, you have your gun aimed right at that door. Okay, you are set, locked, and loaded. New round. Oh well, let me just say what everybody else does. The vampire woman gets tackled to the floor. She was going to run after Kip, but she got tackled. The 2 men draw their guns and fire, and now they're running for the door. Okay, what are you going to do this round, Kip?
I'm taking the gun from Winnie because she has no. This is my gun. This is my gun, and I have. If there's one, the only skill I have with battle is sniper. So I'm taking the gun, and I'm taking the gun away from the kid, from the team.
Wow, this is a really dramatic scene. Shit is hitting the fan, and our 2 hunters are fighting for the gun. I mean, this is interesting. Winnie, are you going to fight Kip for it, or are you going to let him have it?
Winnie, you have no skill with this. This is my gun. This is I know how to use this thing.
On some level, I feel like the players are fighting too, but that's okay.
May I just ask a technical question? How many are in the chamber of this type of gun? How many bullets do I have?
Well, luckily I know every single thing about high-powered rifles.
Unfortunately, I know some. I mean, I'm the guy in the camo shirt. Everybody, not because I own one, but I did grow up doing a lot of deer hunting.
Yeah. How many shells do I have?
I mean, I did say it was a 30-06 deer rifle. So ostensibly it could have, I'll just say it could have probably 3 to 5 in it, Jared. It's not some modified.
It's not automatic and all that.
No. This is a single shot. This is a single shot weapon at a time.
Okay, it has 4 in the chamber.
Okay, great.
Okay, are you going to let him have the gun, or are you going to fight him for it, Winnie?
I'm going to fight him for it.
Okay, great.
Why would you do that?
Both of you roll Strength plus Brawl. Zeke, what are you going to do this round?
Oh, man. Do they have my stuff nearby? Because they took it like while I was in the room, right?
Yeah, it's probably like laying over in a corner.
Okay. I am. Oh man, you know what? I don't want to let her go though. I think I'm gonna just try and do some damage here. I'm gonna be like, can I see her for what she is right now or no?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, she has your blood running down her chin.
Yeah.
She's gone fully vamp.
Okay. Assuming that she is face down, having been tackled while she was running away, I'm just gonna start like pummeling at the back of her skull, essentially, and just like really trying to fuck her up.
Okay, great. Give me a strength plus brawl roll, and now I'm going to let you know what happens with the storyteller characters. The men are running out of the door with their guns drawn. It takes them this whole turn to get out the door with their guns drawn, and they can fire next round as Kip and Winnie fight over the control of the rifle. How many successes did we roll on a strength plus brawl, Kip?
Strength plus. Sorry, I didn't roll yet. Strength plus brawl. I got it. 1 success.
Okay, and how about you, Winnie?
Question: if I don't have any in brawl and I have 2 in strength, do I get a ding?
Yeah, you get a -1, so roll 1 die.
9.
Okay, so you both have 1 success, so you're both like still fighting over it as these men come out with their guns drawn.
Why would you do that? Give me the gun! Give me the gun! There's guys coming! There's guys coming!
I did not expect PvP. This hunter group, I don't know how long they're going to survive with this kind of behavior.
Kidding.
Meanwhile, the vampire woman on the ground is trying to get to her feet and fight you, Zeke. So she will roll her dice to do that kind of thing. And how many successes did you get on your strength plus brawl?
As he's punching, he's like, I don't need a phone to be connected to God, lady. I feel him. He's with me like all the time. He's in my fists. I'm hashtag I forgot I had these blessed. And he just punches with his little tattooed knuckles. I got a critical and I got 8 successes.
Holy shit.
This desperation pool is wild.
Okay, you do 4 superficial damage.
Kill her.
You do 4 superficial damage because we always half superficial damage. You do 4 superficial damage to this vampire. She only got 1 success. I'm gonna rule that that's not enough to kind of even counteract your successes. So you are putting the smackdown on a vampire, and you're using your desperation dice, right?
Yes, and I've been checking. Yeah, no ones yet.
Okay, keep that in mind. All right, so the final thing that happens this round is that the car pulls up with Gnarly barking inside of it and the 2 agents in the front seat.
Hey,
Gnarly!
Yes. All right, this round it looks like the 2 men that were with the vampire are going to fire on the both of you with their handguns. So what would you like to do, Kip?
Why wouldn't you just let me have the gun? It's my gun.
I don't trust what you'll do with it, bruv.
Wow.
This is the kind of thing that happens when you let people who are in a relationship play in a tabletop role-playing game, you know? I know. Resentments that have been bubbling under the surface. They come up in who is using the high-powered deer rifle.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to let go of the gun and dive behind the Tercel.
That's a really smart move, I think. And Winnie, what are you going to do?
I mean, I would like to... Can I tell you what I would like to do, Jared?
Yes, and I'll let you know if it's possible.
I want to go bam on the one guy, bam on the second guy, kill both the guys coming at us with guns, turn to the car, bam through the windshield, and Gnarly jumps through the... I blow through the windshield and Gnarly jumps out the windshield of the car.
Okay, that's just like 3 different rounds. So, you want to start by shooting at one of the guys?
I mean, is it more advantageous to shoot the windshield of the car so Gnarly can jump out?
So many aspirations here.
I don't see why not. You could try that.
Yeah, I'm shooting the windshield.
Okay, here we go.
And I simultaneously murder the driver.
Okay. So first of all, could I get a Dex plus athletics from you, Kip, to dodge gunfire? Because there is a shot coming at you.
I don't have any athletics, and I have 2 Dex, so that -1?
Yeah, -1, please.
I mean...
I love watching Jared react to everything.
1 success.
Trying to do.
1 success. I'm afraid to tell you that that they wing your shoulder and you take 2 aggravated damage. So 2 X's onto your health tracker, please. But you do get down behind the car after he wings your shoulder, and you are now kind of behind the car. It's acting as full cover for you. The other guy, why don't you make a Dex plus firearms roll, please, Winnie, to shoot out the window of the car your dog is in.
8.
That is a success. I'm going to allow that to hit the window. You fire on the agent's car. The window shatters. You can now hear Gnarly full volume. Roo, 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 roo. And now one of the guys, the thugs with the guns, is firing at poor Winnie. And he is rolling.
Sorry, Jared, did I get a aggravated, or that's a superficial?
Superficial.
Getting winged.
2 aggravated because you got
aggravated.
winged by a bullet, not someone's fist.
Damn it.
This guy only rolled 1 success against you, Winnie. So you're going to take 1 aggravated damage. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, you had 4 superficial and now you're taking an aggravated. Is that right?
Yes.
And how much health do you have altogether?
5.
It should be 5. Okay, so that fills your so you're impaired again. You're at -2 to everything because you have 4 superficial and 1 X. So that's filled up your health tracker, and that's everything. So meanwhile, Zeke, did we resolve what you were doing? Did we even ask?
Yeah.
We did.
Oh,
Okay.
is this a new round? I don't know.
It's a great question. You know what? Let's go ahead and say this. You know, you're almost in a separate scene. Oh, we did resolve it because you beat her down. So new round. What would you like to do this round?
I'm gonna try and rip out one of her fangs.
Holy shit!
Ooh, use it as a weapon.
A little fang as a weapon.
All right, and Kip, what are you going to do this round?
I'm going to... So what's the state of the... So what's Winnie? She's now on the ground. What's her thing?
That's a good question. I think that the bullet that hit her winged her as well, because it was only 1 success worth. So
Okay.
I think Winnie's standing. I don't think it pushed her to the ground. They're carrying
still-
small sidearms.
Okay. I'm gonna pull Winnie behind the Tercel into cover.
Okay, great. And Winnie, what are you going to do?
Do I have my dog? Did she jump out the windshield?
The dog is freed from the car.
I give him the gun back immediately.
Okay, you're gonna let him pull you back down behind the car and give him the gun back.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I'd say you still have time for one more action. You know, you let yourself be pulled down, you hand the gun over, and anything else?
Gnarly goes after the gunman.
You're going to give him a charisma plus animal kin roll and command Gnarly to go after the gunman. Okay, here we go. New round.
Oh boy. Sorry, Gnarly.
And let's start with Zeke inside the inside the warehouse. Zeke, how'd you do on your attack?
6 successes.
Okay,
Dang.
you
I'm rolling like 9 to 10 dice right now because of this desperation stuff.
Right.
It's
okay. Yeah, so you're really hurting this creature, and it definitely looks like a creature now, not a beautiful woman. But as you are pulling the fang out or trying to pull the fang out, You make eye contact with her.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
And she says,
no.
"Stop now." And you need to make a willpower roll for me.
Okay, just all available willpower. And this is just one color, right? I don't need another color die for these.
No, you can't add desperation die to this.
Okay. No, yeah, I was just making sure I didn't need to.
Yeah.
I want to do desperation die.
3 successes.
3 successes. Wow. I mean, really well done, because she got 2 on her roll to control you, and you are just fired up for the Lord.
Yes.
And you're not letting it happen. So you've done more damage to her this round. Meanwhile, outside, Kip, you pull Winnie down, and Winnie shouts at Gnarly. And how did your roll to shout at Gnarly go?
2 successes.
2 successes. Gnarly leaps out of the car and onto one of the gunmen. And Gnarly does well.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gnarly does 3 superficial damage to the gunman. Just ripping at his suit jacket and arm, where he was holding the gun. Speaking of guns, Kip, you have yours back.
Yeah.
It has been handed to you. And now the agents that were in the car with Gnarly get out, and they have pulled their guns, and they are shouting at the other 2 gunmen, "Freeze! Get down on the ground now! Get
And
down
I'm
on
yelling,
the ground!"
And I'm going, they're vampires! Vampires! I'm or demons! I'm yelling, I'm pointing, and I'm actually not looking at the agents. I'm gonna put the 30-06 struggle up and put it on the side view mirror of the Tercel, and get the second gun. So Gnarly's attacking the one guy, right?
Right.
And I'm gonna take a shot at the other agent.
Okay. The other bad guy, the other one that was with the vampire.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I'm gonna
vampire
call
assistants.
the vampire's assistant. Exactly. Okay, great.
Also a great Megan Fox movie.
Yes. Okay. So, Winnie, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue to just sick Gnarly on them, or do you want to do something else?
While Gnarly is on top of the vampire assistant, I grab that vampire assistant's gun.
Oh,
Assistant,
awesome. I love that. Okay, great. And then, so I think to do that, give me a Dex plus, I don't know, not athletics. What would make sense?
I got melee.
Melee is usually using like a weapon.
I got stealth. I got survival.
I like stealth. You're gonna run up and like quickly grab the gun. I think that you should have to roll to do that. Give me a Dex plus stealth. Kip, you're firing. Tell me again, Kip. You're firing on the one who isn't being attacked by the dog, right? Give me a Dex plus firearms roll for you. And then, meanwhile, inside the warehouse, are you going to just continue this beatdown, Zeke?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Did I get to rip her tooth out? That one?
Oh, no. It's a little harder to rip out a tooth. Yeah.
No?
You've got your hand inside of her mouth, and it's biting down on you with that fang. You better be careful. She'll start draining your blood.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Are you going to just do another strength plus brawl roll against this vampire?
Yeah, I'm going to try to break her neck off.
Oh, wow. You're going to try to break her neck. Okay.
Yes.
That requires 7 successes.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with a leg choke hold here. Now that I assume we're grappling, I'm gonna try to do a break. Okay, let's see what happens.
Okay, here we go. First, let's start with Winnie. Roll. How did your roll go?
I got 110.
You got a 10. That's enough for you to get up there, and I don't think that you can. Well, let's see. Actually, let me see something. Okay, you actually do get the gun because the gunman didn't roll any successes on his roll. So you have his small handgun now, and Gnarly continues to gnaw on him. Let me go ahead and see how that goes. Gnarly's rolling really well. 4 successes. The gunman is now impaired.
Oh, yes.
And now, Kip, let's have your roll. How did it go?
I have no desperation on this roll, right? Because it's
let's see, you get desperation for stealth and like being sneaky.
Underground, yeah.
Because you're an underground creed.
I tried to do a sneaky shot, but it did not go well. No successes on the trying to shoot the other guy.
Did you add the extra die for your like specialization?
Well,
because isn't that your?
I'm sniper plus. Yeah, I'm only 3 dice. I think dexterity 2, firearms 1.
Yeah, I think you're right. And then I don't think you're sniping here because you're kind of almost in close combat. You're not really like, up on a building somewhere shooting across the street. So I'm not going to call that sniping. This is just a firefight. And that means that this guy gets to make another shot at you. I'm going to say that you have some cover.
I'm behind a really nice Tercel, really nice 84 Tercel.
He needs to get 3 successes to hit you. 2 successes to get over your armor, your cover. Here we go. And he rolls 1, 2, 3. He does it. You take another aggravated damage, but even worse than that, the Tercel has a bullet hole in it now.
No!
Okay, so there's still one gunman up and running, but after he fires at poor Kip, the agents fire at him, and they do. Oh, there's 3 aggravated damage, and
wait, the agents are firing at me too?
No, they're firing at the guy. No, they're firing. They're firing at the vampire's assistants.
Yeah,
and they do enough damage to take the guy down.
Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang. He's down.
Now, Jared, I had 1 aggravated. Wait, I have 3 aggravateds now, and I had 1 from getting dog bit. But was that one? Did that one get repaired?
That was a superficial, right? I believe. No, was that? Did I say it was aggravated before?
I had 1 aggravated and 1 superficial.
Did you not do any healing when we had those days in between?
Yeah, you went to McDonald's, dude.
Look, anything that you had is superficial is probably gone, but I think it does sound right for you to have 3 aggravated right now.
Oh, wow.
Okay, great.
Whoa.
Dang.
Yeah, dang indeed. So the 2 gunmen that were the assistants of the vampire, one is being gnarled on by Gnarly, and the other one has been shot. The agents are now starting to rush into the building, and we didn't resolve what happened with Zeke. Zeke, how did your roll go?
You're gonna love this, Jared. I only got 3 successes, and not only that, but one of the desperation dies is a 1.
That means that the danger just went up. That means that the danger just went up, and I think I'll reflect that in the fact that this vampire gets another attempt to mind control you. You lock eyes with her again, and she rolls. And give me a willpower roll.
Okay. I got 2 10s and a 6.
You got 2 10s?
5? Yes, I did.
And a 6. Okay, 2 10s means you critted again.
5 total.
This really scary
will
vampire.
Not be mind controlled.
This really scary vampire is unable to break through. Yeah, I mean Zeke has true
mind controlled by Jesus.
Zeke has true faith, and Zeke has true faith. So, as the agents burst through the door, the woman is like, "Throw yourself at them."
Dude, why would I do that? You're a demon. No.
Okay, so new round. What does everybody want to do? Oh, I by the way, like this vampire is healing herself, but you are doing so much damage every round that I think that you've really kind of like subdued her for the most part. You could, in other words, I think that combat is ending.
Oh.
I mean, there are now 2 people with guns drawn as well. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just going to keep her in a lock then.
Okay, great.
If I can.
Okay, so what does everybody want to do? Let's ask Winnie, what do
man.
you want to do? The agents just ran into the building.
Do I recognize the agents as the original two that were in my house? Or
They are.
Okay.
It's the tall, bald man and the black woman.
Well, I have a gun and I have a dog, and it seems
gun.
like
Wait, you don't have
I
a gun
have a gun.
anymore.
Yeah, she does. She does.
I do. I have a
She picked one
handgun.
up.
Oh.
She grabbed his handgun. Yeah.
Oh,
have a-
that one, yeah.
I have a handgun and I have a beast that I whisper. So,
Oh man.
I don't fully trust the agents yet, but it seems like the agents are in charge and that we just kicked a lot of ass, right?
That's right. They just ran into the building. What do you want to do?
I hide that I have a gun from the agents for sure.
Okay, they seem distracted, so you're able to quickly put that into your waistband. And then
Yes.
what do you do?
I go to Zeke and pull Zeke up.
Okay,
I'm
so you're
bleeding
running into
out.
the warehouse. All right.
Yes.
So you're running into the warehouse. You can't touch Zeke yet, but you can run into the warehouse after the agents. Kip, what would you like to do?
I mean, Kip's in bad shape here. I've gotten winged twice.
Yeah.
I mean, Van Poplin has got a low pain tolerance. So I'm gonna. I mean, I hate to be like passive, but like, I don't want to get any more aggravated damage here. I'm gonna climb into the Tercel and start her up.
Okay, here's where we're gonna go to on our ad break.
Okay.
Kip climbs into the Tercel and is bleeding out onto the seats of his Tercel, starting
dang
the
it,
car.
dang it.
He needs to get out of here. He's bleeding. He's hurting. He could die. Will he die? Probably. Find out when we come back from a word from our sponsors. This is the Game Garage on the Glass Cannon Network. Hello, welcome back to the Game Garage on the Glass Cannon Network, where we are playing Hunter the Reckoning, and we've just had a close encounter with the supernatural. Our hunters have cornered a vampire in a warehouse. They've taken some hits from various firearms. Things got really touch and go there for a moment, but the thing we learned is that the desperation dice, when they are on the side of a faithful Creed hunter, are potent indeed. That vampire was not only not able to get a mind control over you through eye contact, but also just got its ass beat by your incredible strength that was augmented by those
wild.
extra dice. Yeah. So
She was too hot. She was way too hot.
Yeah, when women are too
believable.
hot, they have to be taught a lesson. No. Sorry, I do not mean that. I want everybody to know that was a joke, and let us move.
Wow, Jared, what the hell?
I know. Let us move back into our scene where the two agents, a really tall, bald man that looks kind of like Tom Colicchio, and a young African-American woman, both dressed like proper government agents, burst into the warehouse with Winnie behind them and aim their guns at you, Zeke, and the creature on the floor and go,
Whoa.
"Step away from the blank body now!"
I've got it under control. Can't you see this? Like having like a
And
block.
she's like writhing under you, like covered in blood and bruises. And even as you watch, some of those bruises start to heal up, Zeke.
shit.
So
Whoa,
you
shit.
may not have it quite as under control as you
Maybe
think.
give me a hand. I mean, get over here.
They're like, "Step away so we can shoot her."
All right, fine. I'm like
no.
going like step away.
Yeah, and they open up on her. Boom, 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 boom. And she hits the ground riddled with bullets.
I wish podcast listeners could have seen that.
I know, it's really
Yeah.
good physicality there.
Good body work, Jared.
I'll do a little more
Yeah.
sound effects for the podcast listeners.
And I'll describe it. He kind of looks like one of the people outside a car dealership that's
The
inflatable noodle
Yes.
man.
Yes. I just did my best Noodle Man getting riddled with bullets impression. So now the wounds don't appear to be healing on this creature. And the agents say, "Step over here, please." Winnie, what are you doing? You're in the warehouse.
I have Gnarly by my side. I have a gun in my back waistband, and I'm checking out Zeke. Zeke looks alive and okay, and I'm checking out. What's he?
Yeah, I mean, he took 2 aggravated damage, but he has like 6 health, so it's like, but still, it was aggravated. But, you know, like, points at his neck, he's like, twinsies.
Oh, yeah. I see you, fam. Felt pretty good, huh?
Yeah, that felt like pretty damn good. I mean, darn good.
Stop. Have you been infected?
What?
Has the creature had contact with you, oral contact?
Is he like bleeding from his neck? Or like what? There's gotta be something,
I don't think the vampire had time to do whatever magic it does that covers up the wound. So yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. AB.
We need you to come with us.
Oh shit! What's gonna happen?
Both of you. Winifred Black, you too. Where's the man who was with you?
If I know him, and I think I do, he's sniveling somewhere, hiding.
They get on. One of them gets on a cell phone and says, "We need a cleanup team down here. We've got a blank body in a state of suspended animation at present, but yeah, now."
Hey, how'd you do that to her? Because she just kept like going and going, no matter how much I pummel.
They can take a lot of damage, but if you do enough, it might be a while before they wake up. Don't be mistaken, though. She's not down for the count.
Oh, what?
Wow, so you are complete amateurs. This is the young woman.
I mean...
You have no idea what you're doing here. You're in way over your head.
Well, they took me here. I mean, I was just along for the ride. I thought, you know what? They look like you. Who are you?
We're with the IAO.
What's IO? IO.
IAO, Information Awareness Office.
Okay.
Go find the man out on the... The woman nods to her partner and says, "Go find the man that was outside." And he runs out there. And how does he find Kip? Or does he find Kip at all?
Kip is throwing the tercel in reverse, and now is Kip has lined up the tercel with the door of the warehouse.
Oh.
So he's in that point where he could either take a hard left out of there or go plow forward if needed. And for some reason on his radio, Awesome God has started playing by Michael W. Smith.
God is an awesome
God, he reigns. And it's like he doesn't even hear it because he's behind the wheel. He's panting. He's got a couple of wing shots. He's bleeding, and he just knows that he's basically waiting to see what's going to happen. Is he's going to ram or run?
The tall agent runs out. The tall bald agent runs out, sees you in the car. He does have a gun in his hand, but he puts his hands up and says, "Are you hurt? Get out of the car."
Yeah, I'm hurt. Ow, 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 ow. And Kip rolls down the window and says, and yells, "Let the kids come with me."
Let the kids come with you?
Yeah.
I'm afraid not. No, you all need to be questioned. But before that, we need to get you to a hospital.
Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, Kip is bad off. I've got three aggro and one superficial. So,
Well, you got that MacGyver kit.
Yeah, I don't know what I can improvise at this point.
Just tape
Let
it
us
up.
help you. Let us help you.
I think Kip's. I think Kip's got to get. Yeah. Okay. So I put the car in park, and I stagger out, and I hold up my hands, and I go, all right. Just don't hurt us. We trust you.
So, the agents are going to do the following. They're going to take Kip to a hospital where a public record of his injuries and everything will be made. They are going to take both Zeke and this is what they want to do. Now, if your characters are like, absolutely not, I escape, no problem, just let me know. You can try to escape. So they want to take Zeke and Winnie into custody along with their dog and question you after they have taken Kip to the hospital. Do you resist? Do you try to escape? Do you have questions for these agents? Do you want a scene with them? Their names are Barnes and Severin. They're with the IAO.
Zeke does not resist because he's like, there's no way that this is going to happen twice in a row, right? Like, the chances this goes as south as what just happened. So he's like, all right, y'all must be real.
And as far as we know, the question I can't remember from last time, there's a chance that they know about Winnie's dad somehow, right? Or he might even be
Right.
one of them, as far as we know.
That's right. Exactly right.
Is this your dad?
No, not literally one of them, but one of their number.
Right. Yeah. A member. Yeah.
You said Barnes and what?
Severin.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Winnie. We should just go. They obviously know what these things are.
Fine, but trust no one. Zeke, no one.
No one? Winnie.
Trust no one.
Are you
Except me.
forgetting who's guided us all this way?
Okay, fine. God too.
Okay. Yeah.
Me and
all
God.
right.
Me and God,
Yeah.
and that's it. Okay?
God, Winnie. Got it.
Got
So
it.
they take you to the sheriff's department, Zeke and Winnie, and
boy.
they have you in interview rooms at the sheriff's department, and they're kind of borrowing these rooms because they outrank the local sheriff and can kind of take some
Interesting.
some liberties with local facilities. And Barnes and Severin and Kip, you are dropped off at County Memorial emergency room, and someone's going to do medicine on you right now.
Give me what's my doctor's name?
Dr. Lori.
You,
Or no,
Lori?
my previous doctor that
Alan Lori. Come on.
Doc. And what's my previous doctor's name? That was my wife's doctor.
Larry Forbes.
Oh yeah, Larry Forbes. Okay. Yeah, patch me up, Doc. Hey, is Dr. Forbes around? He's a friend of the family.
You don't need to be worrying about him right now. You need to rest and be quiet for a moment. We're trying to help you.
I can't. I just geez, these things smart. Get me out of here as soon as you can, please.
So he did pretty well, this Dr. Lori, on his healing roll, and so you can go ahead and you can convert 2 of those aggravated damage into superficial damage.
Nice.
Yeah, doggy.
And soon you are in a hospital bed, IV, the whole works, recovering. Meanwhile, at the sheriff's department, they question you. Agents Barnes and Severin question you for hours. And I want to know how truthful you are with them. They basically want to know every single moment of how you got involved in all of this. So the entire story we've told thus far, they want all the details. And I'll ask Winnie, are you truthful with them?
Half.
You're half truthful with them. Give me a manipulation plus subterfuge roll. And Zeke, are you truthful with them?
100%. He's an open book. But he asks like just as many questions in between. Not all of them are relevant, but he's also not too aggravated is still pretty bad. I think at some point he's gonna add like, y'all have any like, I don't know, blood infusions or something? I feel a little drained.
Yes, the players need to always heal their character. No, I think that you are really just exhausted by this. You know, you had blood drained out of you, and then you spend hours being questioned. Zeke, you are not your normal self. Your energy has dipped quite a bit, and I think that you will have to wait for healing, my friend, because they have questions they want to ask you.
And I would have grabbed my stuff before leaving the warehouse.
They have your stuff.
They have my stuff?
It's here in the sheriff's department, yeah. But
all right.
Yeah, you know. So they want to talk to Winifred right now, to Winnie. And how did your roll go, by the way, Winnie?
I have 110.
Okay. They go, you're not telling us everything, are you?
Yeah, I'm an open book. Ask me anything.
Winnie, I don't think you understand how serious this is.
All right.
Your parents. We can't find them. Whatever that thing was in the house that you burnt down, we think it may have done something to them. They were here to investigate a cult.
Yeah.
Your parents may be gone, Winnie. We need your help finding out what happened to them.
How can I help?
Where do you think this thing might have gone? We found no trace of it in the burnt house. Where's Amos White? Do you have any idea where he might have gone?
I think we should check with Mark. Do you know Mark? He's the youth pastor at Crystal Point. There's
Brian Talbot's the youth pastor.
Brian Talbot.
The head pastor is Pastor Mark Cagle.
Oh, I would check with Brian. I would check with Brian. Like, Brian was the connect to even know about the clearing, and Amos was there, and I would check.
You think he was pretty thoroughly indoctrinated?
Yeah.
Let's go check out this Talbot guy. They nod. I think you should stay here for the night. It's pretty comfortable. I know it's a cell, but you're safe here.
I think I should come with you.
No, that's not happening.
Damn it. As long as Gnarly can stay with me in the cell.
You know what? They're going to make a special exception. They're going to let the dog kind of stay.
Aww.
Nice.
Cute.
Super cute.
So they're going to go and continue to investigate the cult and try to find out more. But they want Zeke and Winnie to stay inside of the sheriff's department for the night in cells where they'd be comfortable and safe.
Damn, only if they give me my phone back.
You understand you can't post anything about your experiences here.
Yeah.
I need to believe that we can trust you, Zeke.
What have I done to make you think you can't trust me?
You understand I can put you in jail.
Why would you do that? I just
Because
pummeled that vamp. That demon.
the stuff that you've experienced, these are highly classified. You cannot reveal anything to the public.
But they're out there.
Tell me, can I trust you?
We just stumbled into a clearing. You want other people to just die?
Can I trust you not to post?
Fine.
Are you telling the truth?
Yeah, he's not gonna post right now.
Okay, then I'm not gonna make you make a roll. They hand you your phone.
It's the hardest decision. This is the hardest decision Zeke has ever. This is the hardest thing Zeke's ever.
I
had
think you
to
should
do.
take some willpower damage for. No, the first thing he does is he texts God like WTF in all caps. Like, that's it.
All right, so you're kind of in the hospital. You're sort of drifting in and out of consciousness a little bit, Kip, but you feel better, right? Where's your health meter now? It's got like what, like three superficial or something?
3 superficial, 1 aggro.
Okay, so you're not in dire straits anymore, and as you are there, sort of recuperating, you notice that they have posted a guard to your room. There's another agent. Well, actually, it's not an agent. It's like a sheriff's department deputy who's standing there outside of an officer standing outside of your room. So you can relax. You can nod off a little bit, right?
I don't know. Something's in the back of my mind, Jared. Unfortunately, I was supposed to preach a sermon tonight.
Yes.
And I think what I'm wondering is if there's anybody that Kip thinks that could possibly also help, it's or that he wants to warn of these impending demonic forces, vampiric demonic forces. It's the congregation of Crystal Point. So I feel like he wants to at least get over to the church and try to warn the parishioners and see if he can muster anyone. So I might try to manipulate my way and check myself out.
Okay. I think that at some point your guard goes off to find like a cup of coffee and a sandwich, and you see your opportunity.
Classic.
And do you want to check yourself out? I'm going to allow you to use desperation die because this is sort of a tricky underground type thing. So there are 3 desperation die out there. Are you sneaking out, or are you literally checking yourself out with manipulation?
I am going to check myself out with manipulation, and I feel very. I'm going to try to just go walk confident. I'm going to put on my clothes and just walk confidently to the checkout and tell the attending nurse that I'm feeling great and this is and I'll be on my way. Thank you very much.
Give me a manipulation plus persuasion roll, and you can add your desperation die.
Oh my god! Okay. So I've got 4 manipulation. What else did you say? 3 desperation. And 3 persuasion.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Is that cool? Enjoy.
I'm in the old Josephine level. Gotta open the desk drawer to get more die out here. Okay, here we go. So. 5 successes.
Wow.
Yeah.
They give you your clothes back.
Excellent. I got my vest back?
Yeah, you got your vest back. You were looking
And
good.
my pocket protector.
Yeah, and you're able to. The Tercel is not here, so you'll have to take the bus or something like that. But you can get. You're not far. Okay. You can take it to Crystal Point Community Church, and as you are arriving at Crystal Point, something is happening at the sheriff's offices. You are. What are you doing on your phone, Zeke?
Well, he sends a lot of messages to God, mainly a lot of questions about what's going on, what he should do, and, like what the next step is. And, it doesn't feel right that I'm supposed to, not tell anyone about this, but I gave him my word. Well, at least for tonight, right?
Yeah, that's right. You gave him your word. The sheriff walks in, and he's a bearded man in his 50s, and he says, they want you to come up to the clearing. Those agents, Severin and Barnes.
Okay.
They need your help looking into the wreckage of that house.
They need my help?
Yeah.
Is
and you
this
too,
like
Winnie. You're free to go if you'll come help the agents with the clearing.
Is this like an extra credit type thing?
Sure. Yeah, it's extra credit. I mean, you're being asked by federal agents to help them examine a crime scene. I'm sure you could write some sort of little report like that for your school. So can I give you a ride up there?
Totally. Yeah, let's go. Come on, Winnie.
Real quick, Zeke, can I talk to Zeke without them hearing me?
Yeah, I think so. If you give me a composure plus subterfuge roll.
We're gonna use the mumble teen talk. Real close.
It's its own
I have a
secret
10.
language.
A 10 is enough. You're able to get a short message to Zeke right now.
This is the sheriff who was at the service at the clearing, right? The sheriff was there that night. The night all the shit went down.
Jared, that smile. Stop with this smile.
So Zeke, remember, the sheriff was at the gathering. Trust.
Oh, this is the
one,
sheriff
Zeke.
that came in.
The sheriff just came in.
Oh,
and it wants to take us to the clearing. The federal agents are gone, following our leads.
Okay.
The federal. So, I mean, I'm not saying we don't go with him, but technical question, Jared. When I get my shit back at the front in the plastic bag after I get out of my cell, is my gun in there? My handgun?
Oh no, they're not giving a gun back to a teenager.
When when we told them everything, though, were the agents not aware of like the people that were at the clearing?
I don't know. I mean, maybe they were, but maybe maybe this detail got glossed over. Okay. Yeah.
And sheriffs are the most corrupt of all law enforcement.
Right. So
this is Sheriff Tanner, by the way, just to give him a name. Sheriff Tanner.
Mm-hmm. Zeke changes his tune. He's like, you know what? Nah, dude, I'm just a kid. You can't make me do that.
So you want to stay here in a cell?
Yeah, I'm just playing some Candy Crush anyway. It's me and the Crush.
All right, suits me. He shuts this door of your cell again and locks it. Winnie, you want to stay here too?
Definitely not. I mean, I don't want to be a caged bird. I mean, Zeke.
What? Are we going?
I'm not saying we don't go. I'm just saying no.
He's like looking for signals from you
with his one intelligence.
Yeah, he's like, yeah. I do want to go.
Just trust no one. But, I mean, we can either trust no one in this cage or we can trust no one out of this cage.
Okay, let's go, Sheriff Tanner.
All right. He unlocks your cage, your cell, and he leads you out to his car and puts you in the back. And he's driving toward the clearing. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a no-win in a way, right? I mean, you either get locked in a cell or you go with him, which is its own kind of trap, right? But at least you're aware that a trap is happening, and he's not aware that you are aware.
Right?
So
does he know
right now, both of you should put your heads together and figure out how you're going to handle this situation, because you're in a car that is very secure with an armed man headed toward trouble.
Just him?
No, there's a deputy with him. Meanwhile, Kip, as you pull up to Crystal Point Community Church, Vanessa Trumbull comes running out sobbing.
Vanessa, what's wrong?
They took him, Mr. Van Poppland.
Took who?
Pastor Mark Cagle.
Who took him?
Amos White. Amos White
took Pastor Mark Hagel?
Mr. Van Poppland. Van Pop.
Yeah, where did that nickname come from? No one called me that until this week. Anyway, what?
There's a lot of people with him.
What do you mean? How many?
I mean, everybody that was in the clearing. They were all gathering for something.
Oh my gosh. We've got to get some parishioners. We have to get help from the community. if they've got numbers, we need numbers.
Okay.
All right. So I think what Kip needs to do is go into. So in my mind, he's late. The service has already started, and he didn't show up for what he was supposed to show up for.
Right. I think that they took Mark Cagle right off of the pulpit.
Oh, right. Okay,
Yeah.
great. So there's probably some confusion going on inside. Is that
A lot of confusion, yeah.
Yeah,
People
okay.
are crying. People are yelling at each other whether they should call the cops. But it's confusing because the people that came in are members of this church. The people that came in are members of this church. And now that you're talking to them, like you're talking to a woman named Loretta, she said that one of them said that Pastor Mark needs to pay for his crimes.
Damn.
Okay. I'm gonna go in and try to. I'm gonna use my sermon to try to build some support. Build God's army.
You want to take a coalition of the willing here. You want to take the parishioners who are left up to help Mark Cagle up in the clearing. Is that right?
Yeah. I want to try to build a quorum of the faithful.
Okay. Let's hear that sermon, and then when you're done with it, you can roll a charisma-based roll. Charisma. I would say it's probably charisma plus leadership.
Charisma plus, oh boy, leadership. That's going to be a 1 dice roll for Kip Van Poppelen.
Well, does he want to lie to them in some way?
I think what I want to, I think what I want to do actually is, I'm going to use. Here's the thing.
Sorry, everybody. I just needed to urinate while we played, and that was the sound you just heard.
It sounded fantastic. Very satisfying.
Go ahead, Kip.
I think what I would like to do is, I think I'm going to use manipulation, plus, charisma to try to. I'm gonna try to manipulate them. I'm gonna basically not tell them about the danger that is involved in this. But I am going to try to gather the faithful to the siren call of Christ's banner.
Manipulation plus leadership. That's what it's going to be.
Okay. Manipulation.
And I'd like to hear a little bit of this sermon.
Okay. Kip goes staggering into the main auditorium of Crystal Point. He's still obviously he's bandaged up. Yeah. He's got a couple wing bandages. He's got his arm all sutured. He staggers up to the main podium. Folks, listen up. I got something to say. You all know me as Kip Van Poppelen. I'm a weekend usher and sometimes Wednesday night usher. Folks, as you can see, the body of Christ has been damaged tonight. But are we not all the body of Christ? Pastor Mark is beloved among us, is he not? And what does Christ say? But when one sheep goes missing, we must all pause so that sheep might be found. And what does Christ also say? He says that the goats and the sheep shall be separated. And I am telling you tonight, there are goats among our congregation that have ill intent upon us. But there is nothing to be feared, for the power of Christ is at hand. We must band together and get Pastor Mark back. Are there faithful among us? Are there faithful among us?
Yeah.
Amazing. You can roll. And you can add a die to it.
We're with you. Woo!
For my
You can add
biblical
it. And actually,
references.
since you're sort of lying about the danger, I think you can add the desperation die as well because you're lying.
all three.
Yeah, I'll
Good,
allow
yeah.
it.
Hell yes. 3 successes
3 successes.
and a 10 with a 10. Yeah,
Yeah, with 110, right? Not two
One-
tens.
110. Yeah.
Okay. 3 successes. That is enough where some but not all of these people go with you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you
Yeah. Please tell me
a
how many.
classic Kip performance. Kip, this is how many people go with you, though. It's actually, oh my God. I just rolled to see how many people go with you, and it's 29 people are going with you.
Okay.
Not bad.
Oh,
So that means you got most of who was left.
Yeah.
Hell
And
yeah.
so
Not gonna
you
fit
are
in the
leading
Tercel.
a coalition of the willing. You are leading God's army to where the only place they could have taken Pastor Mark. The clearing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the sheriff's car stops, and the sheriff and his deputy hold shotguns. They open the door. They're right on the edge of the clearing. They point them at you, and they say, "Get out of the car."
yeah,
All right.
yeah. Get out.
Moment of truth.
Gnarly. Come here.
I'm gonna try and disarm him as I get out. Disarm
You're
the
going
one
to
in
try
front
to
of me.
disarm as you get out.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So that's what you're going to do this round. Winnie, what are you going to do this round?
Same, y'all. Same.
You're going to try to disarm the other guy.
Yes.
Okay, great. Give me strength plus brawl rolls.
In the
Is Gnarly
face of a
with you?
shotgun. Yeah, Gnarly is with us, right?
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I'm going to allow Gnarly to be with you, but I think that Gnarly is following you. Gnarly wasn't allowed to come in the car with you, so Gnarly followed you up the road.
Right. Well, I don't have brawl, so I took one out of my strength. I only rolled 1, but I got a 9.
A 9, okay, 1. That's not enough, Winnie, and you actually take a point of superficial damage from this guy fighting him over his gun.
Damn it.
3 successes.
3 successes is enough, and you, in fact, do a point of superficial damage to one of them. But would you like to forgo that point of superficial damage and get his gun out of his hands
Yes.
instead?
Yes.
Okay, so you managed to wrench Sheriff Tanner's shotgun out of his hands. New
Okay.
round. What would you like to do, Winnie?
Go for the gun.
You're going to go for it again. What about you, Zeke?
Okay, I'm gonna try and use the butt of the gun to just knock him out.
Okay, here we go. Give me strength plus brawl rolls, both of you.
I should probably do melee for that, right?
Yeah, you can use melee. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't make a difference.
Ooh, that makes a difference for me.
You can't use melee though because you're struggling like hand to hand. Zeke now has a weapon he can swing at people. Sorry.
I failed.
You take 2 more superficial damage. Watch that damage tracker. Are you were already not doing well, right?
I had. So now I have 4 superficial.
Yeah. Okay. So if you get 5, you're impaired, right?
Right.
Okay.
3 successes again.
3 successes. You can do a point of superficial damage here. Do you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, you shock the guy for a moment by slamming him in the face with the gun. Sheriff Tanner in the face with the gun. You guys are, Winnie's in trouble though. Winnie's getting her ass kicked.
Okay.
And in fact, next turn the guy might just turn the gun on her and blow her away. So,
I mean, a
in
sheriff's
fact,
gonna
that's what
kill
he
a
says. He's a
teenager?
deputy, but he goes, "I will blow her away. Put the sheriff's gun down."
I'm gonna turn and face him with the gun. Cock it.
All right. He has the gun pointed at you. The sheriff is still able to. The sheriff kind of stands back for a second, and the 2 guns are cocked at each other. Winnie, far off down the hill, you can see a small hairy shape moving toward all of you. What do you want to do this round?
So I know my beast is is about to make an appearance, but my health is in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Can I kick Gnarly into like high gear? Cause she is so fast. She's like one of those, like, she's like wolf and herding dog.
Yeah, give me a charisma plus animal kin roll to give Gnarly a command to attack, right? And
3 successes.
Oh, wait, okay, so you got 3 successes on that. Zeke, what are you going to do? Gun is pointed at a gun.
Yeah, Zeke is like,
It's a Mexican standoff.
God guide me in this. Does he have any sort of like feeling or like is anything divine? Like, you know, like he needs to feel like it's okay to shoot a deputy.
Definitely.
He doesn't because he needs his phone to feel connected to God,
His phone
remember?
is on him. I mean, it's in his pocket.
Okay, so he can't answer it right now, but he gets a he gets a call.
And trying to like,
Are you trying to answer your phone right now?
he's gonna put it on like speakerphone real quick.
He turns on the speakerphone and a voice says, Zeke, this is your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Blow him away.
I'm gonna take a shot.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not often you get God on speakerphone, so.
Here we go. Go ahead and make a Dex plus firearms roll.
Oh boy. They're not supernatural, right?
They are not supernatural.
Okay.
I hope we find out who is on the. I need this app on my phone. It's so great. Who has been controlling Zeke?
Dex plus firearms. Oh boy. 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. And he got 2 successes. So I'm going to rule that both of you open up on each other. And let's see. Successes are equal. So both of you take 2 aggravated damage.
Whoa! That's a shotgun. I mean, holy shit.
And that's when Gnarly suddenly comes rushing out of the bushes and tackles. So the deputy was the one in the standoff with Zeke. And the Gnarly suddenly runs out of the bushes and tackles the sheriff to the tune of 2 superficial damage. And so basically, let me just explain what's happening. If you wanted to say, I don't know, run, go to the clearing, do something other than stand your ground here and fight, both of your combatants are on the ground right now.
Okay. Yeah. We'll do that.
So what would you like to do this turn, Winnie?
Yeah. I say, Zeke, we get the hell out of here. Mm-hmm. While they're down, can I take one of their weapons as I run?
Oh, that's great. Yeah, give me one of those dexterity plus stealth rolls to do that. And Winnie, Zeke, where are you running to?
I'm just gonna go running towards the clearing as much as I can.
Okay, great.
Bleeding.
How did your roll go, Winnie?
All fails.
You don't get it's too it'll take too much time. You have to run without the shotgun.
Come on, Gnarly. Go,
Okay, so you're running from the sheriff and his deputy who are hurt. You're running up that grassy hillside. You're running into the forest where you first encountered all the dogs. Mm-hmm. You're running
toward the dell.
Toward the dell, but before you get to the dell, you get to the clearing, and all the lights are on tonight.
Oh boy.
Big and bright. But the most terrifying thing is when you arrive, all of Amos White's followers are there. And they all turn. Oh well, maybe you're being stealthy. I don't want to. Are you sneaking up on them, or are you running right into the clearing? What are you doing? You can hear a lot of people talking up ahead, shouting, cheering.
I guess we'll try to be quiet as we approach at the end. Yeah.
Give me dexterity plus stealth rolls.
1 success.
1 success.
That's enough. These people are distracted because as you approach the clearing, you can see that the lights are on a little stage where a noose has been hanged from a tree overhead, and Pastor Mark Cagle is being led to the noose.
Now,
Whoa!
Jared, Pastor Mark Cagle's my touchstone.
Oh, is he?
Whoa!
Yeah.
I guess the danger did go up then, didn't it?
Yeah. Does that do anything to me to see it? Like, I don't know how it works in this game, you know.
Whoa!
I'd say that you're very desperate to stop this from happening. Amos
yeah.
White, the dogs are there too. That big crowd of dogs, all of the parishioners there, and they are leading Mark Cagle into the noose. And Amos White is preaching. He's saying, "It is sad, but it is necessary that those who have led you astray must be removed from this plane."
Oh, no. We're going in.
Well, meanwhile, Kip, you 5 cars. 6
yeah.
cars.
5 cars,
Yeah.
29 folks.
Yeah, 29 folks. You need more than 5 cars for that. A bunch of cars pull
30
up.
chosen.
And what you see
caravan.
as you pull up is the sheriff and his deputy kind of like limping up the hill. And their car is like there, like kind of parked with the doors kind of wide open. And you have all of your people with you.
Okay, so we're gonna exit the cars. We're gonna go toward. So they're coming away from the clearing, and we're going toward the clearing, or how's that?
Everyone's
No,
going toward the clearing.
the sheriff and his deputy are running toward the clearing as if they're running after somebody.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're also. I'm turn to the group. Come on, folks. We're headed to the clearing.
We're behind you, Van Pop.
What the heck is with the? All right. Anyway, yeah, it's okay. Here we go. Keep your wits about you. Yeah. And folks,
Do you have
just
your gun?
remember. Oh yeah.
Actually,
And
I don't know that you would.
I don't
It might
know
have been
if
confiscated.
I think it got confiscated.
Would you like to prepare in any way before you go up this hill? You don't have to. You can rush in right now. The timing of it might matter.
Yeah, I don't think we have time to prepare, but I am going to give a word of inspiration to my folks and just say, you know, like the righteous sword of the Lord is on our side. Just remember that. You know, just like David took down Goliath, right, folks? And then
The chuckle really adds to it.
Yeah, he's confident. So, and then we're like, come on, let's go.
All right, a huge group of 29 people go running up the hill after the sheriff and his deputy. And so now let's go back to the clearing. They are putting Pastor Mark into the noose. What do you do? Zeke, what are you going to do this round, Zeke?
He's gonna try and just charge up onto the stage.
What are you going to do this round, Winnie?
I'm going to try to destroy the noose.
How are you going to do that? Are you going to run up there and just try to destroy it?
What do I have on me?
What's it
Probably-
connected to? A stage?
Probably not much. It's the noose is connected to a tree up above.
Okay, I'm going
This
to
is
hide.
old-fashioned.
I'm going to hide.
You're going to hide. Okay, excellent. So let me have a dexterity plus stealth roll from you. Or actually, you can make it composure plus stealth if that's better for you. And Zeke, I think you just rush up there in the midst of everyone. And they all gasp when they see you. And what are you doing exactly?
Think who's putting Mark in the noose? Amos?
Amos White is, yep.
I want to shoot him with a shotgun.
Oh, yes.
Okay, great. Give me a dexterity plus firearms roll as you run up there.
Zeke goes ham. Zeke is ham with
God said it was okay.
Yeah, God said it was. Yeah, God said it's okay to kill a lot in the Bible. It's fine.
You're under direct instruction.
Right, exactly. 3 successes.
Oh, wow. And how did you do, Winnie?
1 success.
Winnie, people are, you haven't been seen yet, but you think it's mostly because everybody's really distracted by Zeke, who suddenly walks into the middle of the crowd, raises his shotgun, and blasts Amos White. Amos White goes flying off the stage, riddled with buckshot.
Yes.
And let me just put that in there. Okay. And now it is a new round. People are screaming, and they are probably going to act against you now, Zeke. What are you going to do this round?
Well, so I didn't make it onto the stage, is the way it sounded.
You wouldn't have been able to. People would have stopped you. So you moved as far as you could in and took your shot.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to try and, Weasel might find a way through, if there are people trying to stop me, I'm just going to try and get to the stage, get to Mark.
Give me a dexterity plus athletics roll. Winnie, are you going to remain hidden? Or are you going to do something?
For the time being, I get better hidden.
Okay, that's a good idea. Give me another dexterity plus stealth roll. Kip, give me a dexterity plus athletics roll to see how quickly you're going to get there. And I'm going to roll for your parishioners who are with you. What would you say is the average athleticism of a parishioner of Crystal Point Community Church?
10. Get it. Average, I would say, well, it is a mega church, so, they're all about appearance more than, Kip's the ugliest guy at the church, so I would say, they're probably 6. I would say they're above average, 6, 7. I mean, we're talking
I'm going to give them a good chance here to see how quick they are. So let's start with Kip first. Let's see how quickly you're moving. Dexterity plus athletics. Kip, how'd you do?
Fail.
Okay, they only got 1 success, which I think is not enough to be there this round. I think you're still running. Okay, meanwhile, Winnie, how did you do with hiding better?
7, 8, and 10.
There you go. Why don't we just call that you are thoroughly, really, no one knows you're there, and you have a good hiding spot right now where you've got a view of everything, okay?
Yes.
And Gnarly is right there beside you.
Yes.
Zeke, how'd you do?
I got 2 successes.
2 successes. Zeke, that's enough for you to get to the stage. But
Okay.
now all of the parishioners are grabbing you, pulling your arms behind your back, pulling the shotgun out of your hands. And I think that I'm going to... Well,
So, if
there are like 30 of them.
if they're being handsy, can I
Give me
use
a
then more of
strength
a
plus brawl. Yeah, give me a
Okay.
strength plus brawl. Yeah.
Because that's where the Hapkido comes in, kids.
Yeah, sure.
Learn your wrist grabs.
Ooh.
Okay, 3 successes this time.
Ooh.
3 successes. You maintain your shotgun, and next round you can take another shot with it if you'd like. I can let you know that something else has happened, which is that the crowd has parted and the old woman is standing
Oh
there.
boy.
She just has wisps of hair on her head, and she is moving toward you, and she starts whispering, and she looks you directly into the eyes, and I need a willpower roll from Zeke.
Oh boy. Okay. Willpower. 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay, let's see how she did. No, I'm afraid she got 3. So suddenly you watch as her mouth opens, and inside of it another mouth opens, and inside of that another mouth opens, until it's this kaleidoscope of twisting mouths, and then out of them a dragon, a bright red dragon, starts to weave around her head, and it's becoming bigger, and it's on fire, and it's spreading its fiery wings, and it's reaching back, and it's breathing fire all over you. And I can tell you that the parishioners who also are trying to grab and hold at you, they all start to scream and fall to their knees and praise God. Yes, they all see it as well. But you take a point of superficial willpower damage from this.
Yeah.
And you are unable to, you'll take... If you try to shoot next round or do something like that, you'll take some negatives to that because you're in the midst of this vision. All right?
Yeah.
You'll take some considerable negatives to it. So, a new round. Let me have another Dex Plus Athletics from our friend Kip to see if he can get there this round. And Winnie, you're really hidden. Tell me, was there anything you'd like to do this round, or are you waiting for your moment?
I am waiting for my moment, but I have a question. What happened to Zeke's gun? Did it just get thrown to the side as they...
He still has it in his hands, if you can believe that. He succeeded at his brawl roll to keep it in his hands, but right now he's you see his eyes go wide and sort of glaze over as he holds it.
I'm also surrounded by them. If you're hidden, I feel like if you want to stay hidden, might not be.
And as a beast whisperer, do I have any power over Amos's dogs?
This is interesting. Would you like to try to take power over them?
Yes.
Ooh.
So the dogs are kind of hanging back and letting the old woman do her thing. They're not. They're all kind of standing in a circle around the clearing, right? So you see them there. You're aware of them, and you're like, maybe I can control all of them. So in order to try to do that, I need a charisma plus animal ken roll. And you have to get a lot of successes. How many dice do you have?
3.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
What does your desperation come in?
It's for gathering information, but because here's what I'm going to do. I am going to let you use the desperation dice if you want. And here's why. I think that this is kind of you trying an occult technique, which I think fits into an inquisitive's creed, right? You're trying to use magic, which other hunters normally wouldn't try to do. Only an inquisitive would try that. So if you'd like, you may roll the desperation dice as well.
Because I have 2 in occult.
Well, that doesn't apply here. This is an animal ken plus charisma roll, but you can add 3 desperation dice.
Sweet.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, you do have occult. You do think that this might work, and this is an inquisitive methodology. So here we go.
Here we go. 7, 10, 10.
Damn.
2 10s.
Critical.
5 success.
All right. We should have waited on getting your roll result, but that's a very good result. So I can tell you that suddenly all of the dogs, they all stop and turn toward where Winifred is hiding in complete rapt attention. And Winifred, that happens at the speed of thought, so it's okay that you already rolled.
Cool.
Zeke, what do you do this round?
Oh man, okay. I see this huge thing ahead of me, and so, but I know this isn't God. I know God. God talks to me. Pull out my phone and hold it up to this thing that's the dragon, whatever I'm seeing before me. Is be gone! No, leave us alone. I will not.
You're trying your repel edge, right?
I'm going to try repel the unnatural.
Okay, and do you remember the dice pool for that? Should I look it up for you?
I do. Resolve and occult.
Resolve plus occult. Take 2 dice off of it.
Oh.
Take 2 dice off of it because of this vision that you're having.
Oh. Okay. Fine.
No one else is seeing the dragon mouths?
Well, you aren't, because you're kind of you weren't kind of paying attention to the old woman. You were paying attention to the dogs. You were hidden over. But all of the parishioners are seeing the dragon.
I got 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. I think it's not enough. I think that it's not enough based on her stats. So this vision is really fucking with your faith. It's giving you a crisis of faith. How did your dexterity plus athletics roll go, Kip?
Success. 1 success.
Okay, so Kip, in this new round, you've arrived on the edge of the clearing, okay? And your parishioners, let's see if they're with you. They are with you. So you have 29 people with you. You've all arrived on the edge of the clearing. So new round for everybody. Kip, Kip, by the way, what you can see is looking into the clearing, you see it's surrounded by the dogs, but they don't appear to be paying attention to what's happening in the middle of the clearing. You see a crowd of parishioners who've all fallen to their knees and are praising and shouting and speaking in tongues. And in the center of that circle of parishioners who are shouting and praising the Lord, there is Zeke. He's holding a shotgun. He's actually holding his phone up and shaking, and the old woman is doing her strange mojo on him. And Pastor Mark Kegel's on the stage with a noose around his neck. Kip, what do you do?
This is a lot for Kip at this moment. Okay. All right. So Kip personally is not going to go into the melee. Kip is going to Kip is going to skirt the clearing and try to go toward the. Here's what Kip's going to do. Kip is going to try to get Pastor Mark Kegel out of the noose.
Yes. Okay.
Now, is this 2 actions? But I'm going to tell my parishioners to head in.
To take on to kick ass, basically.
To
you want them
ass,
to attack.
Yeah.
I think that because you didn't tell them that there was danger earlier, and I let you use manipulation, that you have to convince them to do that right now. And then and that'll be that'll be one action. Or you can just go for Mark Kegel. That is one action. So which one would you like?
As far as I see, like, Mark Kegel's just kind of like struggling, right? But there's nobody that's about to kick him off the stool.
There's no one about to kick him off the stool right now.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take a roll to see if I can convince my parishioners to head to battle for the Lord.
Manipulation plus leadership. Winnie, what are you going to do this round?
I'm psychically instructing the dogs what to do. I'm putting them in between Zeke and the Dragon Lady.
The Dragon Lady is a great name for her. Let's call her that for the rest of the episode. So you are putting the dogs. Do you want them to attack her, or do you just want them to block her?
I want them to block her. And defend Zeke.
Okay, great. Go ahead and give me a charisma plus animal ken roll. And finally, Zeke, what do you want to do this round?
What can I do? I guess, can he try to just like wrest his mind from this? I guess just try to resist what's happening.
You want to give me another willpower roll? Do you want to even spend a point of willpower? Can you spend a point of willpower and take willpower damage right now?
Well, in order to succeed, or? Yeah,
if you, I tell you what, you can break free of it if you just spend a point of willpower right now. Do you want to try to do that?
Yeah.
It's going to take you the whole turn, though, okay?
Yeah.
All right, great. So let's resolve that first. You find reserves deep inside yourselves, and you realize this isn't Christ, this isn't real, and you take a point of superficial willpower damage, and you snap out of it. That's in addition to the willpower damage that was already done to you.
Yep.
Winifred, how did your roll go?
0 success.
Okay, you're in like a battle of wills with these dogs. You're telling them to do something, and they are like, they're fighting you. But Gnarly has immediately run up and jumped in front of Zeke and is growling at the Dragon Lady. Kip, how did it go?
No successes, Jared.
They are like, your
great.
parishioners start to panic. And they start to scream, and the sheriff is actually telling them all to stand down, to get out of here. He's like sitting there holding himself injured and shouting at them. It's complete chaos.
Yeah.
And that is when our friend, the Dragon Lady, is going to try to bite into Zeke.
Oh, hell.
And our friend, the Dragon Lady, gets...
Do I get to
only one success, which I think,
or anything, or
I think that you can. I think that you were just busy trying to break free of this thing, but also I think one success is not enough to fully get her fangs into you. So she's got her arm. She's got she can't get past Gnarly. Right here's Gnarly's roll. Yeah, Gnarly scored more successes than the Dragon Lady, who only scored 1. So Gnarly is keeping you defended from her. Okay, everything's gone to shit. New round.
Yeah.
Zeke,
Good Lord.
you have awakened from the spell.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I am going to. You know what? I need to get back to what I am good at, which is not using my head. It's using my fists. And not this stupid ass shotgun. He's gonna just like, well, actually a shotgun's probably more effective, but tell me, shotgun would not count as physical conflict, would it?
A physical conflict is the supernatural.
Count.
Let me look. I mean, I want to read the exact letter of the law here.
For the desperation die. Yeah, I don't want to
to see if you get the desperation die. I mean, it seems to me like you might. I mean, I don't know. Like,
I guess it's not a mental conflict, I suppose.
It's not a mental conflict at all, and you're right up close with them. It's not like you're sniping across a street. Yeah, I'm going to let you use it.
Okay, so then, yeah, he's going to cock the gun and try to shoot her with the shotgun.
Okay, great. What are you going to do, Winnie? Are you going to continue to try to get the dogs to follow you?
Yes.
Okay, great. Give me another charisma plus animal kin roll. And Kip, what are you going to do? Your parishioners are no use. You've got to do something.
Yeah, Kip's pivoting. He's Kip. I realize like if there's one person that can lead the flock, it's Mark Driscoll. So I'm going to try
Mark Cagle.
Mark Driscoll is right. Mark Driscoll's an actual
Let Mark Driscoll
just
be
Google
hanged.
Mark Driscoll. Let's see.
Hang him.
Mark Driscoll is a fallen megachurch pastor in real life. Mark Cagle. Mark Cagle. I'm gonna go try to unnoose and unbind Cagle. So hopefully Cagle can bleed the flock, since I'm clearly not getting them to do shit.
Okay, let's resolve your first, because nobody stops you from doing this. What do you say to Pastor Mark Cagle when you pull the noose off of him?
I say, Mark, you got to tell these people what to do. They won't listen to me.
Okay, he says, you're right. Jesus is speaking through me. It's time to end this. Meanwhile, how did it go, Winnie?
I have an 8 and a 10.
Hey, guess what? That's enough successes to get them to do something. What do you tell them to do? Defend Zeke?
Attack Amos and Dragon Lady.
Suddenly, the dogs, they turn and leap toward Amos is on the ground with a shotgun blast. They are attacking him, and they're also attacking the vampire who is being gnawed on and attacked by her own dogs in an incredible upset. And now, Zeke, how did it go for you?
3 successes.
3 successes. Boom! You hit some of the dogs too. Sorry, animal lovers, but it just happens. You blast.
Jared.
Sorry, but it happens.
Jared!
I told you there are adult themes in this game. You blast the Dragon Lady back, but she's not down yet. She actually doesn't fall, even though she's this withered old woman.
Gosh.
She just kind of slides back a little bit. Let me apply that damage to her. 1, 2. You said 3 successes?
Yes.
And I think a shotgun gives you +2 damage, +2 aggravated damage. Okay, so blam, you blast her back. And she's still standing there. That's when, at the end of this round, Mark Cagle starts to go, everybody, drop your weapons. And remember that Jesus does not want us to fight. Yeah, this is not going to do anything.
Crud.
So, new round. Winnie, you want your dogs to continue to attack the vampire lady?
All dogs on Dragon Lady.
All dogs on Dragon Lady. You don't have to give the command again. You could actually do something else now that you've given the command. Is there anything else you'd like to do, or are you just focusing on controlling them?
Can I jump up, undo the noose, and bind Mark?
Wait, Mark.
Mark is a good guy.
Mark's the good guy.
I trust no one.
Oh my god.
Also,
Wait, no, I just released Mark. I'm trying to get Mark to. I'm trying to
If
get
Greg has
Mark
a
to help.
gun, Holly takes it. If Greg unties someone, Holly ties them up. No problem.
Yeah.
Are you sure that that's what you'd like to do? You would like to tie up Pastor Mark Cagle?
not if my DM says he's good.
Well, he's a good guy is a silly term to use. He's
Yeah.
an NPC that isn't actually any kind of threat
He's
to you
not
right
trying
now.
to hurt us. Yeah.
Okay. But I do take the new. I do undo the noose and just like
I just did that last round.
I'm just taking the rope as a weapon for myself.
Okay, you're pulling the rope down. No problem. Okay, and then Kip, what would you like to do? It seems like Pastor Mark's sermon is going on deaf ears here.
Yeah. Heck of a lot of good you did, Mark. I'm trying to build on Holly's move rather than undo it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ahem. I'm married, so I get this. I totally get this dynamic.
I'm trying to think of how we could improvise something here. So yeah, he's seeing the rope come down. That's good.
Would he like a wits plus awareness roll to notice things that might be useful to him?
Yes, that would be great. I would love a wits plus awareness roll to try to see if there's something that could help with this rope move that we could, use against the dragon lady.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Give me a wits plus awareness. And Zeke, what are you going to do this round? The dragon lady hasn't even lost her footing.
Okay. So, I would like to shout out to the people freaking out around and be like, it's time to wake up. You've seen the videos. You've seen my uploads. You've seen this is what's being washed over you. Wake up.
Smash that subscribe button. Okay.
Don't forget to like and subscribe while you're at it.
Give me a charisma plus leadership roll, Zeke. Okay, and how did it go? Oh, so first of all, Winnie, you run up onto the stage and you're kind of pulling that rope down. And how did your wits plus awareness roll go, Kip?
3 successes.
Kip, you follow the rope up to the branch it's hanging from, and you see Winnie pulling on it. And that's when you kind of glance over. Also above you are these huge, Klieg lights, and they're on these sort of, tripods. They're really big, they're really heavy, and they're really electric, and really hot, and they're really easy to push over.
Great. Yeah, I appreciate those lights for a beat.
Is there a lot of dry brush in the clearing?
I ignore them. I do something else, which is absolutely fine.
Yeah, I see the Klieg lights. That's a good word. I'm gonna have. Wait, so the rope is tied to one of these, or the rope's tied to the tree?
It's tied to the tree, but you were trying
notice.
You said, "What can I do with this rope?" Well, nothing. It's a rope.
Yeah,
but
I can't
by
do
looking
shit
up,
with a
you
rope.
notice those lights.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna try to push the Klieg light over onto the dragon lady.
Give me a strength plus athletics roll.
Jesus.
Kip's best score, strength plus athletics.
I'd have no
But wait,
athletics.
we gotta wait for the next round. First, I want to see how the charisma plus leadership roll went for Zeke.
3 successes.
3 successes. Wow. Okay. So I think basically what you have done is you've gotten everybody, some people are snapping out of the reverie, and people are noticing that the old woman is now acting like a beast, right? And is still standing even though a shotgun blast has rocked her torso. But the old woman is not waiting for you to finish your sermon, and she attacks.
Oh boy.
And she attacks, and she does, if you can believe it, I rolled a 1, a 2, a 5, a 3, and a 3. She gets no successes.
Yes.
Faith is on my side.
Because I think that what happens now is the dogs are, the dogs are protecting you. So, and in fact, how are the dogs doing? Okay, yeah, the dogs are all over her, and she's sort of fighting the dogs right now. Like, no, boom! She punches one in the snout. She's wrestling with them, and she's battling all of her dogs at once right now, which is why she wasn't able to get through and hurt you, Zeke. All right, new round. I hear you, Kip. You're going to try to push that light over. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm going to try to push the light over.
How many dice? How many dice do you have in your dice pool?
Well, see, I only have 1 strength and no athletics.
Okay, so that's, oh my God. Normally I'd say that's no dice. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to roll 2 and take the lower. Don't do it yet, but roll 2 and take the lower. Winnie, what are you going to do this round?
Run over to Zeke.
Run over to Zeke and help him. Okay, Zeke, what are you going to do this round?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot her again.
Okay, here we go. Go ahead and fire first, Zeke.
Okay. Dex firearms. And we said this was physical.
Yeah.
One, 2, 3, 3 successes.
Nice.
Boom! You hit her again. And let's see how that does her. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this time she actually does hit the ground. And she is laying there as Kip attempts to push this light over on top of her. Kip,
okay.
How did it go?
Okay. I should have just, not to retcon, but I should have asked my parishioners to help me push it over.
Well, let's see how it goes. Wait, let's see.
3.
3 is the lower. You're not able to do it, and so you start saying to your parishioners, please help me, please, please. Winnie, you're standing over by Zeke, and you're watching as the old woman starts to, like, her torso starts to knit up, and where the wounds are from the shotgun blast, there's no blood. It's just dry, kind of desiccated flesh in there, and it starts to knit up, and she starts to sit up, and that is when the parishioners start to jump up to help Kip Van Poppelen, and they're all pushing now. They're all pushing, and this is the final round that's going to decide everything. This is the final round. What would you like to do, Kip?
I would like to, I would like to continue to. I'd like to roll to see. Can we see if it goes over?
Yes,
if we
you can. Yes.
So I would like to. Be going. Yes, I'm telling the parishioners. If we can do this, hey, everything will be healed. I'm telling you, I'm trying to convince them that this is all we got to do, guys.
Yes. Okay, Winnie, what do you want to do this round?
Gnarly is with me, all other dogs on Dragon Lady.
Right, okay, great. And Zeke, what do you want to do this round?
I want to do this epic run to Dragon Lady, meet her, shove the shotgun into her open screaming mouth, and take another shot.
Okay, give me a, I think that this is going to be strength plus firearms to shove it in her mouth.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me that roll first.
Yes.
But wait. Well, go ahead.
Wait.
How'd you do?
Well, there's already a critical.
Okay. You blast her head open, and you notice even after you've blasted her head open, chunks of skull go everywhere, and you notice even then, the bottom half of her face, it starts re-knitting itself.
It was 6 successes, by the way.
That's a lot, and probably she's been put in torpor, but right now, you have to move out of the way because all the dogs are scattering. The dogs were doing as Winnie told them and ripping apart her body, but then they look up and that huge light is coming down. That huge light is crashing down because all the parishioners push. Give me one more roll with your strength, Mr. Van Poppelen.
Just strength?
Just strength plus athletics. Strength plus athletics.
That's a 0. So can I do a 2 again, or
Roll 2 and take the lower.
4?
Okay. 4. That is no good. So you are barely any help. In fact, the other parishioners are like, "Are you even pushing?" But they luckily get 4 successes. And the light comes over and smashes down, and there's an enormous electrical, like, and fire breaks up onto the light, and fire catches the vampire dragon lady, and suddenly everything is going up in a big conflagration, and that is where we will cut the scene as the vampire lady burns. And now we've reached the end of today's episode, but before we end this story, I always like to give my players, each of their characters, a final epilogue. So it appears that you have destroyed the dragon lady. What else has happened? What happened with the sheriff? What happened with the deputy? What happened with those agents? Right now I'm giving you control of the story. You can tell me your character's epilogue. So I'm going to start with Kip Van Poppelen. Kip Van Poppelen, tell me what happens to your character in the aftermath of this fight.
And we're talking days later. We're talking however long we need.
You can narrate years later if you want. Days later, years later.
Okay.
I'm kind of interested in finding out if they continue the hunt. Or if they return to their normal civilian lives, but you don't have to answer that question. You can narrate his epilogue any way that you'd like.
Yeah, well, Kip Van Poppelen, this is what Kip Van Poppelen has seen today has changed his faith immeasurably. He no longer sees the world as he saw it before. It's not just a simple be a good person and go to church every Sunday. Kip is now convinced that a supernatural holy war is going on, and that he has to continue to try to shield the flock as best he can. So, Kip is going to actually call back in on some of his prison contacts or his underworld contacts, and basically, Kip is going to start funneling cash from the church back into the underworld so that he can have protection for him and his family and his beautiful boys.
Give me a manipulation plus finance roll.
I got 2 10s.
That's 4 successes.
And then additional 4 successes.
The church, Crystal Point, is now protected at all times by shadowy men that drive by in dark cars, keeping an eye on things.
Yes.
The safe house is filled with weapons of all types, including surveillance gear. Kip has fully funded a hunter cell that operates out of the Apostle Room in Appendix Hall B.
Yes.
And Kip himself is armed to the teeth as he looks down a table at a bunch of former inmates who are listening to his orders. And what are his orders on this night, many days from the end of our last scene?
Kip's orders are... Now, I know you all don't believe in what I believe, but let me tell you this. As long as you are under the roof of Crystal Point, you are among the flock. And what the shepherd does with the flock is protect it at all costs. I am telling you now that I will tithe. I am tithing the funds of Crystal Point to make sure that this flock is protected at all times. And I, Kip Van Poplin, swear to God that nothing will befall this flock. Do you understand me, gentlemen and ladies who are here? And you hardcore ladies?
And they go, we understand. And they all cock their guns.
Oh.
Heck yeah.
And I think as you're driving home, you hear what's a radio show or a song that Kip would like to listen to?
Kip listens to Christian Light 95.5. And
hey, this is Christian Light 95.5. We have a special message going out to Mr. Kip Van Poplin. Kip, it's Jesus again. I'm getting in touch with you through your subconscious. I want you to know that you have made me proud, that you are my true son, and that I'll always continue to support and protect you as long as you go on this crusade.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you. I just want to serve you and keep your flock safe, Lord.
Dad, who are you talking to?
Nothing, boys. Yeah. Hey, would you guys like to go to McDonald's?
Yeah! And now, let me get an epilogue for Winnie. Winnie, it can happen years from now. It can happen days after this last scene in the clearing. Your parents are gone. You've met these agents who were looking for them. What happens to Winnie in the days and months to come?
I 100%, I assume my parents are dead. They've been killed by monsters. They were part of what I consider a shadowy org. They got what was coming to them because they were going after monsters, but doing it with the man. I will move forward without the man, without government help and corrupt politicians and sheriffs and whatnot. I'm now a vigilante. I work for myself. I have a taste for monster blood, and I will not stop until I have killed 70 times 7 monsters.
Great. And so let's say on any given night, you are out in the woods with Gnarly, and you are tracking some people that you think are not quite people. They're in an old trailer park, and that they pose as meth dealers, but you think that they might be something other. And so as you and Gnarly sneak up, just like you did in the clearing, you sneak up on these folks who are unloading things out of an old truck. What do you do? What do you do when you're on the hunt like this?
Well, now I've been collecting automatic weapons, Jared.
Yes. It all ends with automatic weapons.
And I go through, I wear those like Three Amigo, like bullet, like chest, like
bandoliers.
Vest. I wear bandoliers. And you know what I do? I etch crosses into every single shell and bullet that I shoot. And this is hundreds and hundreds and thousands of bullets.
Make an intelligence plus occult roll.
2 occult and 3 intelligence. 7, 10, 8.
Wow, that's a really good roll. Mm-hmm. And I can tell you that the little cross etched onto this bullet, you were able to etch it into it. It is a silver bullet that you load into the chamber. And as you load it into the chamber, you watch as the people in their trailer park start to go and transform before your very eyes.
I look down, I wink at Gnarly, I aim, and I blow their fucking heads off.
And finally, I need an epilogue for Ezekiel Gaius Oakley.
Oh, man.
What happens to Ezekiel in the weeks and months to come?
So, I think Zeke is a part of this hunter cell of Kip Van Poplin's. He's not leaving the church. No way. I think one of the rooms, one of these annexes, is now a studio space that Zeke operates and broadcasts out of. He's got a hit show. He's got footage now. He's got the GoPro. He's got a whole setup anytime he goes out. He keeps the location secret. He never gives away where we are. That's rule number one. But his show has been growing. The followers are coming in. And he's never been more faithful. You know, God's in his pocket. However, if you look in he's got one little locked drawer, you know, in his now studio. If you go in there, you see some sketches and they're drawings of this vampire that bit him before she changed before his eyes. And each night he still has to fight these dreams that keep coming back about how sweet that bite felt.
Oh.
And there's always a little something at the back of his mind that makes him wonder, like, I mean, what if that is God?
Oh.
And that is where we will end our story.
Yeah.
So, that was our Hunter story. I want to thank my incredible players, Greg Hess, Holly Laurent, and Josephine McAdam for making this so fun.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Jared. That was a blast.
Mad, insane. What a crazy tale we told. We should be announcing the winners of those giveaway books right now. And I want to thank Renegade Game Studios for creating Hunter the Reckoning, for letting us do this special little preview of it. Thank you, guys. Go, if you didn't win a copy, go and buy your copy and get your free PDF by going to the Renegade Game Studios website. Thank you, Greg, Holly, and Josephine. And thank you, Glass Cannon Naish. This is the Game Garage. We'll be back next week with a new game. Thank you and good night.
Woo-hoo.
Peace.